This team is ready. Just trust me when I say the team is ready. Let me break it down for you. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk, right back like I never left. Happy Friday. Pardon me for being late, but it's a great day. It's a great weekend. Cowboys play tomorrow night. A little bit later than we wanted to be, but it is what it is. 10 p.m. on the East Coast, but I'm going to get y'all content. I got probably 2 videos coming out for tomorrow, and I probably go live. We're going to see what's going on. But listen, before I go forward, pardon me, hope you can hear me. Got my shipment in because remember, my Dak Most Hated shirt was the prototype. I got my joints in the mail today, and it's looking so good, man. Look at it. Look at it. Quality shirt. You know what I'm saying? Quality. You see with a tag like this, you know it's a quality tee, stretchable, breathable, great quality. This is my favorite joint, though. This is my favorite joint right here. Oh, the white joint. Oh, it's so clean. Anyway, little Dak Most Hated shirts. I'll put the link in the description if you want to tap in. They've been going crazy. Appreciate all the support. Let's talk about this team, man. Why I say in the intro, we ready. The team is ready. There's a lot of things going on, man. I want to touch on Dak Prescott just talking about himself and why he feels like this team is nobody's little brother. And that's a shout out to the rest of the league and our division rival and the 49ers and, you know, anybody that thinks that the Cowboys are just going to cower under pressure and stuff like that. It's a subtle grown shot. We're nobody's little brother. I like it. But let me read exactly what he said so I can break this down. Shout out to Patrick No C Walker on Twitter, Voice of the Star on Twitter. If you're not familiar, get familiar. Great article talking about just that. And in the article, I want to read one of the quotes. Dak was talking about it's a culture, a brotherhood in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? It's not only unshakable, but also battle-tested in practice against some of the best in the league at each position, who safety Jaron Kearse, 2-time first-team All-Pro linebacker Micah Parsons describes as a bunch of dog competitors. And Dak said that's a credit to everything that we've really put into this team. In the both units, offense and defense, feeling like we're nobody's little brother. The defense feels like they're the best in the league, but the offense has been hearing all offseason how the defense is going to drag them to success, and they've been out there battling like we're nobody's little brother. I like it. Dak said he likes that Jaron Kearse and the defense feels like that they got to punch them in the mouth, that they run the team. That type of competition and culture is different than we've had in Dallas. You can't tell me different. We ain't have that type of culture with Jason Garrett for that team. We did it. Tell me different. Dave Campo era, and the other coaches we had, we ain't have this type of dog mentality since Jimmy Johnson. Just keep it real. Tell me otherwise. Tell me a coach that brought in this dog mentality. It wasn't Parcells. Parcells brought in a dictatorship. But he ain't bringing this type of dog mentality. You got to credit Mike McCarthy and what culture he's built here. Something else that Dak was saying that I find dope. He was talking about for the first time in 4 years since McCarthy's been there, he took every walkthrough practice snap as planned with no injuries, no rehab concerns, or nothing. Now, you might think that don't matter. That's humongous. Humongous. That Dak Prescott got to go through this entire training camp in Oxnard, heading into the preseason, you know what I'm saying, as they ramp up for the season, no setbacks, no medical setbacks, no rehab, no nothing. The broke ankle, the shoulder, just a lot of little things. He had the finger, just a lot of things that just kind of has derailed him being able to be his best self. And people don't want to acknowledge Dak Prescott's injuries, or they want to call him injury prone. Pick one. The fact of the matter is he had injuries and it affected him. He's healthy, and let's just see what he can do when he's healthy. One of the quotes you said from Dak, I was talking to my personal trainer, Luke, the other day. There are moments at practice where I do this and do that, and I thank God, honestly, in the midst of my health and how I feel. It's been great. It's been 4 years, if not more, since I've been able to take every snap from the walkthroughs to training camp to practices. I'm just staying in the moment. I'm thankful for that, and I'll continue to try and stay on this peak. I just think that's fire. Call me corny. I just think that's fire. I think it's great that he feels good. You play like you feel, he feels good. I feel like it's going to show its face during the season, and I'm just excited about it. Another thing I wanted to touch on, with the culture of the team and Dak Prescott, is Dak Prescott talking about Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson, a lot of things you heard last year with the Cowboys after the season is we lost Dalton Schultz. What are the Cowboys going to do? And that was a big deal. All over media, a lot of people just, I was one of the people saying that Dalton Schultz was good, but not like the game changer to where you couldn't replace him. And I thought that Jake Ferguson could do the job because he flashed last year a bunch of times in games, not just in training camp. But a lot of people were just saying, what are you going to do without Dalton Schultz? And I just never felt like Dalton Schultz was such an irreplaceable commodity. Very short-handed, smart tight end, but not irreplaceable. And to hear Dak Prescott say what he said about Jake Ferguson lets me know that he has complete confidence in Jake and that Jake has worked hard to get that confidence there. Dak Prescott on this, let me read this to you. On second-year tight end Jake Ferguson, Dak says, I think he's close to becoming a big-time guy. As far as a playmaker, he's there. Just the way he stepped in and did what was asked of him last year and just limited the amount of reps, in the limited amount of reps he's taken on into a season, being the guy, being a big-time tight end, being where I need him to be. Being where I need him to be. Dak Prescott is big on that. He said that a lot. Like when players aren't where they need him to be or where he needs them to be, he loses confidence in them. So he said, being where I need him to be, communicating his ass off, being on the same page, knowing what I expect of him, what the offense expects of him, being a great blocker, going back to his college days, something you knew he could do, but really putting it all together. And then you see him make great catch in the preseason games with his back shoulder catch. I think that just shows you, hey, you throw it, and this guy, he wants to make that play, and he expects to make the play. That's a big deal. Ferg knows he can make the play. He has the confidence to do that. I think that that's where he takes this next step from just a playmaker to becoming a big-time player in this league. Remember, Travis Kelce came out and said, there's two young tight ends in Dallas I really look at and I see myself in. Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot. He did not have to say that. He was not prompted to say that. He ain't got no Cowboys ties. Why did he say that? Because he sees something in Jake Ferguson and Hendershot that shows you there's something there. Now, Jake has taken a bull by the horns. The thing that has stood out to me the most about Jake Ferguson is we drafted his so-called replacement. We thought we drafted Dalton Schultz and Schoonmaker. And Schoonmaker might turn into a phenomenal tight end. But Jake Ferguson said, I'm still here. And he's been doing nothing but balling. Nothing but balling. He's on point. He's vocal. You've been listening to the sounds of sidelines. He ain't going nowhere. Jake Ferguson said, this is my job. And I just wanted to highlight that and talk about that. Because tomorrow, I'll probably drop a video earlier in the day just talking about players I want to see tomorrow. I want to see more Deuce Vaughn with like the starters and things like that. But, just my thoughts on the game, even though it's later. So I'll probably drop something earlier in the day, let you marinate on that. And then, like I said, I'll probably go live and talk about the game when it happens. But look, the fighting and the aggression from this team, I'm excited about because it's a side of the Cowboys I haven't seen in a long time. I like that. We're nobody's little brother, both sides of the ball, the physicality from training camp. Players like Tyler Biadasz showing me that they got a mean streak. I want all of that because when you're in the trenches versus the 49ers or even the Eagles with some of these dogs on both sides of the ball, you can't be scary. And I think our experience over the last 2 years playing against some of the best dogs in the league has crafted and molded us into this type of monster that we're about to become. Make no mistake, this team is a monster. with a bunch of monsters on it. But look, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments about everything, about Dak Prescott, some of his thoughts about this whole culture that we have shifted around. And let me know how you feel about Jake Ferguson, man. We got us one. It's your boy, Mr. Rome. Aha.